Hey everybody, it's Carlos from Immortals Inc. Podcast, and on the keyboard I have Mike.
The key man, yep.
Key man. We'll just say Mike on the mic. That's what we're used to now. And did you ever wonder how to play a role-playing game?
I have. I actually have.
Have you seen and you've been part of that experience? And maybe you might be a little leery about getting into it. Maybe you might need somebody to get you into it, or like an ease into this world of role-play.
Icebreaker.
Which shouldn't have been hard to begin with, but some people it is. Well, today we're going to talk about, that's a long title, the Advanced RPG Beginner's Guide to Role-Playing Games. So anyway, we were at that, what was that con we went to?
Eerie Culture Fest.
Eerie Culture Fest, where I got my Space Marine helmet.
Yep.
And
if you didn't watch that video, it's up there.
I got some purging to do. But while I was there, I met a guy named Eric. I'm going to butcher his last name, and I'm sorry. Heim. And nice guy. And he was telling me about, or Amanda, I think, or you or Amanda, or somebody said, stop by this guy's booth. Well, he wrote some books, and he's a small press guy. And he wrote the Advanced RPG Beginner's Guide to Role-Playing Games. And I'm like, well, what could this possibly be about? You know, is it a history game? Is it this or that, the other thing? No, it's actually kind of funny. It kind of guides you into the real basics. Like if you've never played role-playing game before, he talks to you as a normal person right into the game. Like everything from what is an RPG, setting up your own game, session zero. It really describes session zero because you don't see a lot of that. People always just say session zero, and then, do you know what that means?
No idea what that means.
Session zero is basically when you make up your characters and kind of get to see where everybody's going to go.
And that's one session.
Yeah,
basically.
That's like the zero. It doesn't count for anything. You're making your characters, rolling your dice, whatever, getting backgrounds and everything like that. Kind of gives a nice description and beginning your first game. And then the importance of competence and fun. So he really breaks it down in a normal to understand. He speaks like a normal person.
Layman's terms,
yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, he speaks like a normal person in the book.
Thank God.
Even makes jokes about it and like really eases you into it.
Talks about how you can't have a girlfriend while you do this.
No, there's none of that.
There's plenty of people who have relationships. I'm being a douche.
No. This is and basically like it's like a big book of the do's and don'ts. You know, what's expected of you when you're playing a role playing game. It's not like come in, we need this. No, just common courtesy sometimes is nice.
We need you to scroll on Twitter every time it's not your turn.
That's in there too. It's addressed like, hey, pay attention, be respectful. You know, hey, when it's your turn, it's your turn. When it's not your turn, it's not your turn. But it doesn't mean you go wander off and
people do that.
Yeah, they do. They do. Oh, it's not my turn. I'm going to leave. You know, that's
yeah. They'll come up and talk to me. Like I'm like, dude, aren't you in a game?
Aren't you the DM?
Yeah. Aren't you running the game?
Yeah, I'm tired of them guys. They're pissing me off.
They run it themselves.
Yeah. But it's a nice, easy read. I mean, I read it in a day, and as I told everybody else, you know me, I can't read fast. I'm like Neanderthal.
Me neither. I'm still working through The Hobbit.
Yeah, well, okay, I'm not that bad. But it's a nice, easy read, and if you want to, get into it, it's fine. I mean, it's a nice little paperback. They're like, I think they're $14.99 or something like that. But he has this, the Beginner's Guide, which I did read this one, so I can tell you for sure this is it. If the other two are anything like it, it should be pretty good. He's got the Beginner's Guide for DMing for Dungeon Master. Or, I'm sorry, I read the Advanced RPG Beginner's Guide to Becoming a Dungeon Master, and the Advanced RPG Guide to Becoming an Expert Dungeon Master.
Oh wow!
So I haven't read these two, but if they're any on par with this, yes.
Obviously, got to read the first one first, and then go to the advanced one or expert book first. I don't know.
Yeah, but it was funny. It made me laugh because he was telling me about it, and we're standing there, and somebody's trying to sell me their spiel. I'm like, let me see, whatever. And then I picked it up. I started reading. I'm like, oh, okay, this is pretty good. And let me again, layman's simple terms. What's expected,
which is good. That's
like
good.
They're not.
That's what I want.
Yes, they don't come out all like big word guys or what's expected or some deep meaning into this. It's a game, man. It's a game, and you just have fun. And he even goes back to talk about how why you remember games. Like he'll give examples too, which is what I like. Hey, I remember this game because this happened. And then he'll go into like an explanation of why, you know, how that was able to be a good time with that, you know. And even the point of sometimes, hey, it's not sometimes you don't fit in every game, and this might not be the best thing, you know, like this game might not be the best for you, or maybe you need to learn this, or it's okay to tell people, hey, as we would say here, you stink. No.
Does he talk about hygiene in there?
I don't.
I swear to God.
I want to say I can't remember. I can't remember specifically, but
that's
yes.
like kudos on top of kudos if he talks about hygiene.
Yeah, I believe there would be something about that in here. I'm trying to think. I don't want to misquote him because I can't remember. If I did, if it was a casual part of it, you know, like,
casual
hey, by the way, you know, part of what you should be expecting.
By the way, shower.
Yeah, by the way. But yeah, it is a lot of good stuff. And if you're new to role playing, and like say, you know, this would be good for guys. Like we get a lot of new role players come in, never been here.
Yeah, today.
You know, they're like, hey, yeah. Like a lot of people every week come in and say, hey, I saw this. I want to start playing.
Hey, do you have Adventures League here?
Yeah. And if you go down and sit down for 5 minutes, you could be like, oh, because that's a lot going on. It's like anything. Like when you sit down for the first time into like any job or whatever, like, hey, this is how you use a cash register. Yeah, I'll say it to you, but you're not going to remember every single thing. I mean, it's a rare person that does. And then it takes you some time to get used to it, or you have to the manual. Let me refer to the manual, you know. But if you come in and play, and you play one game or something like that, and you're like, man, I wish what's expected of me, you know, what's like pretty good little handbook for it is these things. If you play a couple games and you're not getting it, nice little handbook right here. If you've never played and you want to see, hey, what's expected of me when I sit down, handbook again. So, but it's he's a small press. You met him, right? Nice guy.
Yeah, I think he's featured in that video that I plugged earlier in our vlog, and you didn't really see much of him, but you do see him purchasing those books off of him. And what's the word on that? Are we going to purchase?
They're on the shelf right now.
So you got a bunch of them?
I have some. Yeah, I have stuff. I have all 3 of these in softback.
Wow.
I think I'm waiting. There's some hardback. I think I was waiting for, but these are good for softbacks. You know, the hardbacks are for like the completionists. And
honestly, like a pretty seasoned DM would benefit off any of these books, especially that expert dungeon master book. Even if you think that you know everything as a dungeon master, you could probably pick up that expert DM
yeah,
book.
It's like anything. It's like a refresher course even, or like a new, a new look on it. Like, I don't remember how old he was. He looked obviously younger than me, probably between me and you.
Yeah.
But, it might be another view because like I'm an old DM. And sometimes you read this and you're like, okay, because sometimes you have to adjust to new things, like the way people think or the way people act, or, you have to kind of like get everybody on the same page, and sometimes stuff like this helps. Like I will eventually read these. These are actually my copies, which is why I'm all like bending them and everything like that. But yeah, I'm going to read this. Yeah, it was very good. It was a simple read. Somebody like, more academic than me could probably digest this in like an afternoon. But yeah, it was good stuff. So I suggest it's Eric Heim. And if I butcher your name, man, go ahead and just tear me apart in the comments. But, the Advanced RPG Beginner's Guide to Role-Playing Games. Give it a try. We got them on the shelf. If not, go to their, search this, and you'll pop right up.
Yep.
And you can buy it off him. I think you get a PDF and everything like that.
You'll see him at cons. He's at cons or whatever.
Yeah, he's in probably a con circuit. But we'll tag him in this, and we'll put a link in the right.
We will.
You've been like a little slipping on the links there, buddy.
No.
Oh, yeah.
How could I?
Okay, buddy.
How could I?
All right. Well, if you like what you saw, give us a like. If you really like what you saw, give us a subscribe or become a member. That helps us get out there. All right, guys. Till next time.
Peace out.